Yo, what's going on everyone? Now I'm pretty sure you all know what today's video is going to be, but in today's video I'm going to be showing you all the best money methods to do this week in GTA 5 Online to make yourself lots and lots of money. Now in total I'm going to show you guys around 4 different money methods all in this one video, so if any of them go on to help you out or if they make you guys lots of money, make sure you do me a favor in return by dropping a like and also hitting that subscribe button with notifications turned on. That way you never miss out on a future GTA 5 video from me. But that's enough of me talking. Let's go ahead and get into the very first money method in today's video. Okay, so getting into the first money method, anybody who owns an Asset Lab this week is going to be able to make lots and lots of money. Now, if you guys didn't know, the Asset Lab this week in GTA 5 is paying 1.5 times more money in RP this week, but only this week. Now, of course, in order to take advantage of this, you need to own an Asset Lab, and once you own it, you next need to enter inside of it. Once you enter inside your Asset Lab, of course, you're most likely not going to have any product like I do myself. As you can see, I have literally no product whatsoever. And whenever you do get product, it's actually going to get stored right there where I'm pointing right now. And as you can see, I have literally none. Now, in order to get your product up, you need to get supplies, and there's two ways to get supplies. The first way to get supplies is to come up right here to Mutt, click right D-pad to speak to Mutt, and then buy supplies, which is actually by paying him money, and then he's going to get the supplies for you and deliver them to your Asset Lab. That way you won't have to do any work. So that's definitely the easy route when it comes to getting supplies for your Asset Lab, just by paying him money, waiting 10 minutes for the supplies to arrive, and literally just waiting for your supplies to get your product all the way up. Now there's also another way you guys can get supplies, which is by getting them for free. Now if you want to get them for free, what you need to do is come to this part of your Asset Lab and click right D-pad to source supplies. Once you click right D-pad to source supplies, it's now going to put you in a resupply mission. And I'd say most of these resupply missions for the Asset Lab business at least are really easy. As you can see, for this resupply mission that I'm doing right now, all I had to do was take out all of these cops. After I took out all of these cops, next thing I needed to do was click right D-pad to get the delivery schedule right here. After I got the delivery schedule, all I had to do next was find the correct van with the actual supplies, which I literally found right now. After I found it, all I had to do was get inside and then deliver it over to the location, and that was literally it for this resupply mission. And resupplying and getting your supplies for your Asset Lab this way is going to make it so you don't have to spend any money when it comes to getting supplies, and that means your profits are probably going to be higher than somebody who was paying for their supplies. Anyway, once you did supply your actual Asset Lab, it's now going to say resupplied, and now all you have to do is basically wait for your supplies to get your product all the way up. Anyway, now let me show you guys how you can do both of those things from your phone instead of doing it inside of your Asset Lab. Now, in order to do both of those things from your phone, what you need to do is simply open up your phone, of course, first, then go over here to where it says contacts, then go all the way down to Mutt. Go ahead and give Mutt a call. And once you call Mutt, you'll see at the top left, you have two different options. And those two different options are the options that we just literally clicked. You can actually source supplies or you can buy supplies both from your phone simply by calling Mutt. Also, if you hover over right here where it says source supplies, you can see the current supply level of your Asset Lab and also the product value of all the asset inside of your Asset Lab as well, which is also something cool that you guys can also check from Mutt when you call him. Anyway, if you want to know how you can boost the production of your Asset Lab business, I'm going to show you guys that right now. It's literally super simple, and I'm sure all of you know how to do this already. Alright, so once you are inside the Asset Lab, the next thing you need to do is come to this exact table right here where you can actually boost the asset production. Once you come up to it, now click right D-pad to actually boost the asset production, and after you do this and you're done with this cutscene, it's now going to have your asset business boosted. After this, it's going to basically take an hour less than it would before to get your product all the way up, which is something pretty cool that you guys can do, but keep in mind you can only boost your production once a day. Okay, so we went over how to buy supplies, how to source supplies, and how to do both of those things from your phone, and also how to boost the production of your business. Now there's nothing left for you to do except wait for your product to go all the way up. And if you want to know how long it takes for your product to go all the way up, well, I'm going to give you guys the best settings to make your product not take that long to go all the way up. Now, what you need to do for these settings though is make sure you have the equipment upgrade on your Asset Lab. Once you put the equipment upgrade on your Asset Lab, next thing you need to do is make sure that you actually boost your Asset Lab production, which is what I just showed you guys. As long as you do those two things, it's only going to take 3 hours for your Asset Lab business product to go all the way full. But also don't stress about it if you don't have this upgrade, because if you don't have the equipment upgrade, you can still do this. It's just going to take a little bit longer for your product to go up. I think it takes like 4 to 5 hours for your product to go all the way full instead of 3 hours with the equipment upgrade. But yeah, just to keep in mind, it's going to take a little bit longer if you don't have the equipment upgrade. Anyway, once your stock is all the way full like mine is right here, if you want to make the most possible profits, what you need to do is make sure you put yourself in a public session with at least over 20 people in it. That's going to make sure that you get the highest demand bonus when it comes to selling your product in this session. Now, like I said, you're going to want to make sure your product is all the way full in order to maximize profits. And once it's all the way full, then go over here to where it says sell acid, and then go ahead and click right D-pad to actually sell your acid for your acid business. Once you click right D-pad, it's now going to put you in the sell missions, And as you all know, the Acid Lab business sell missions are literally so simple and easy to do. I was literally doing this one completely by myself, and you can do them all by yourself as well. Trust me, when you're doing the Acid Lab business, don't even invite friends to help you out. It's basically pointless. You can do this all completely by yourself, which is also the best part about this money method. Anyway, yeah, for this sell mission, literally all I had to do was go to 5 different locations and do what I just did right here, which is literally by hiding the acid in like a little secret stash spot. You can see this first secret stash spot that I came to though was like raided by the police, but it was literally as simple as me driving away and I literally lost the cops. It's literally that simple and easy, guys. Now make sure when you are selling in a public session that you are being very careful and you always have your guard up, because keep in mind there are over 20 people in this session that you do not know. So most likely you might have some people come around you and they might not mess with you, but they might make you a little bit scared and make you think that they're gonna mess with you. Just make sure you keep your peace with people and try not to fight as many people in the session as possible. That's gonna basically make it so you don't have that high of a chance to get messed with. As long as you guys do that and you don't really mess with anybody, you should not have anybody mess with you, and you shouldn't have any problems when selling your actual Acid Lab business in a public session with over 20 people. As you can see, I sold with over 20 people completely by myself in the session, and I successfully sold it. As you can see, I finally got my money. Once you do end up selling your stock for your Acid Lab, as long as it was completely full, here's how much money you're going to be getting with the 1.5 times more money this week. You can see I got $754,000, which if you ask me is pretty good considering that I didn't put any work whatsoever into this business. I literally bought my supplies from my phone, waited for my supplies to go all the way up, and then sold it by myself. Anyways, getting into the next money method, if you want to make $250,000 in 4 minutes, all you need to do is come over here to the terminal at the bottom of the map where this week's HSW time trial is located at. Come up to it and click right D-pad. Once you click right D-pad, now stay still. Simply open up your pause menu, come all the way over here to where the checkpoint is at and mark it. Now drop your pause menu, open up your phone, click in the middle where it says job list, then click X and then A to quit out of the time trial. Now what you need to do is once again put yourself on top of the HSW time trial like this, making sure you're on the very edge of the circle like right here. Once you're on the very edge of the circle, whenever you're ready, click right D-pad to start it. And whenever you start it, literally all you have to do is follow the checkpoint all the way through exactly as it shows on your map. Trust me, as long as you guys are in a fast HSW vehicle and you don't crash, you shouldn't have any problems whatsoever. You should get there like 30 seconds early, matter of fact. Anyway, once you do get there and you end up beating the HSW time trial, here's exactly how much money you get. As you can see, $250,000, which is really good for only 4 minutes of driving to a destination. And literally just down the street, if you open up your pause menu, you should see it. There's going to be a regular time trial just down the street from where we finished the HSW time trial. So come over here and click right D-pad on top of it like we did for the HSW one, and then go ahead and open up your pause menu and mark right here where the checkpoint is at. Now drop your pause menu, open up your phone, click in the middle where it says job list, and then click X, then A to quit out of the time trial. Once you quit out of the time trial, next thing you need to do is line yourself up just like this, and whenever you're ready, go ahead and click right D-pad to start the regular time trial. Now make sure you're in your fastest motorcycle, of course. Whenever you're doing a time trial, you need to make sure that you're in your fastest motorcycle possible. Once you do come across this highway, like this little shortcut that I took, and you come over here to these hills, now once you get to this part of the road, you basically just need to follow the checkpoint exactly as it shows you on your map. Now make sure you are careful because there are lots of bumps on this road, so make sure you try not to hit those bumps so it doesn't like mess you up or anything. Anyway, once you get to this point of the race right here where you're about to come over a mountain, this is where you're actually going to want to go over the mountain to basically give you a little shortcut. Make sure you try your best to land nearest to the actual destination, and once you actually finish the time trial, if you beat it correctly, you should get $101,000 in only 1 minute and 15 seconds if you beat it in time. But yeah, that's now going to be the end of today's video. I hope you all did go on to enjoy all the money methods in today's video. Of course, that first money method is probably going to be the only one that you all want to take advantage of this week, since it can make you guys lots and lots of money, like literally millions of dollars in no time, and it doesn't even take any effort whatsoever as well, as you saw, of course. But like I said, that's going to be the end of today's video. Hope you all did go on to enjoy. If you did go on to enjoy today's video and you haven't already, make sure you do me a favor and drop a like, and also hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a future GTA 5 video from me. But that's it for me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.